asking questions requires good communication, people, and persuasion skills. However, before asking your first question, you should be running a mind script. The mind script you run will determine the outcome of your interaction with your customer. We'll talk more about the right mind script further on in this video. When a selling professional meets with a customer, they already know the questions they want to ask. They've scripted their questions. They do it for a very important reason. By scripting their questions, they're able to focus on their customers' answers, their customers' gestures, and their customers' body language. Scripting questions is different than running a mind script. You use your mind script to put you into the right state. You script your questions so you don't waste time thinking about what your next question is going to be. That way you'll be able to listen to what your customer is saying and observe their output channels. Selling is not an adversarial process. If a salesperson comes across like an interrogator, the customer will do whatever they can to get away from the salesperson. Customers purchase from salespeople they like and trust. If they don't like or trust the salesperson, they won't buy, regardless of price or what the salesperson says. The best approach is to have a conversation with your customer. The best way to engage your customer is to begin to think of your customer as your best friend. Use your mind script to put you into that state. I'm like you. I'm the kind of salesperson you like. You can trust me. You're safe with me. When you establish that mind script, your gestures, your body language, even your voice will come across much friendlier. When you engage your customer as your friend, they'll provide the information you'll need so you'll be able to help them purchase your product or service. Before starting a conversation with your customer, always ask them, where would you like to talk? Do you feel comfortable here, or would you rather go someplace else? These are subservient questions, and they let the customer know you're concerned about their comfort and well-being. Obstacles between you and your customer will interfere with your conversation. To have an open conversation and receive the information you need, you must be close enough to clearly observe your customer's output channels. If you can't see their output channels, it's difficult to determine their preferred sensory modality. That's why driving and walking are not good mediums for a customer-salesperson conversation, because you'll only be able to see your customer in profile. You should never use acronyms or jargon when conversing with your customer. They won't interrupt and ask you, what does that mean? Or, I don't understand what you're talking about. If they do, they've already made up their mind they're not going to buy. The reason why this is so important is because a confused mind always says no. That's why you don't want to use acronyms or jargon. Use the full meaning of everything you're talking about. That way you'll always come across as a selling professional who knows their business. Customers are consistently broadcasting how they want to buy, why they want to buy, and most importantly, what you have to do to help them buy. The way to tune into their broadcast is by asking the right kind of questions. The most important questions you should be asking are buying strategy questions. How did you decide to buy this product or service in the past? What did you like most about your buying experience? What did you like least about your buying experience? If you were able to do it all over again, what would you like to improve or do differently? When they answer these questions, they're actually telling you what you have to do to help them buy. They're telling you, if you say or do this, I won't buy. But if you say or do this, I'll buy. During your conversation, you should also ask about their previous experience they've had with other salespeople. What did you like least about the salesperson when you purchased this product or service? What did you like most about the salesperson when you purchased this product or service? When they answer those questions, you'll know exactly what to avoid saying or doing and what you should say and do to help them to purchase your product or service. Open-ended questions are the best kind of questions to ask for the information you'll need to help your customer to purchase your product or service. Open-ended questions compel more information than simple yes or no answers. They begin with how, why, what, and tell me. Here's one of the most often used open-ended questions. How does that make you feel? It's used so often because it's so effective. Open-ended questions will help you determine how your customer feels about you, your product, or service. An open-ended question I always liked asking during my first meeting with a customer: what specifically do you expect to accomplish during our meeting today? The reason I like that question is because if they don't answer it to my liking, I know I'm not talking with a customer. When you start using that question, you'll quickly be able to determine if you're talking with a customer or wasting your time talking to a suspect. In today's market, you can't afford to waste time on suspects. The more often you're eyeball to eyeball with a customer, the more money you'll make. And the fastest way to determine that you're talking with a customer is by asking the right questions. Ulrich Leinhase, wishing you maximum selling success.